This is where the fun begins, and it starts with the direct Jango Fett clone Dr. Emerie Carr. From someone who was raised on Kamino to be obedient in the name of science, to realizing she has more in common with Omega, and seeing the ethical questions raised due to the Empire's experimentations, she's going to be the reason the clone rebellion starts. Let me explain. Emerie's journey within the Empire's ranks is initially marked by a steadfast and unwavering loyalty, a trait that defines her early character and professional ethos. As a scientist deeply embedded in the Empire's cloning program, her commitment to the Empire's vision and her role in it appears absolute. This loyalty is not born of being naive, but rather a complex interplay of her background as a clone from Kamino, her rigorous training, and the belief in the order and stability promised by the Empire's rule. Emerie's dedication is further fueled by the pride in her work and the recognition she receives within the Imperial hierarchy, affirming her belief in the righteousness of her cause. However, the turning point in Emerie's loyalty comes from her involvement in the projects that exploit Force-sensitive children. Witnessing the fear and confusion in these children's eyes, children who are not unlike what she once was, begins to erode the moral foundations upon which her loyalty to the Empire was built. The realization that her scientific pursuits are contributing to such profound suffering forces Emerie to question the true cost of the Empire's quest for power and control. As Emerie becomes more exposed to the inner workings of the Empire and its ruthless efficiency, her disillusionment grows. The contrast between the Empire's public facade of order and stability and the brutal reality of its governance becomes increasingly difficult for her to reconcile, witnessing the Empire's willingness to sacrifice its own principles in the pursuit of power. Omega being captured by the Empire is huge, and this is because Omega represents what Emerie might have been in another life, a being with the potential for growth and change, unburdened by the weight of the Empire's ambitions. Omega's innocence, curiosity, and resilience in the face of these challenges she faces with the Bad Batch illuminate a path not taken for Emerie, a reminder of the possibilities of life outside the rigid structures of Imperial command. Omega embodies the potential for good that cloning technology holds, a stark contrast to the weaponization of science that Emerie has taken a part of. The realization evokes a protective and almost maternal instinct in Emerie, driving her to reconsider the implications of her work and her allegiance to the Empire. At the core of my theory is Emerie's evolving conscience, awakened by her interactions with Omega and her exposure to the darker aspects of the Empire's agenda. Emerie, originally driven by pure loyalty to the Empire and a belief in the nobility of her scientific pursuits, finds herself at a moral crossroads. As these feelings intensify, Emerie's connection with Omega deepens, transcending the boundaries of captor and captive. Seeing a reflection of her own lost innocence in the path not taken, Emerie is moved by a desire to protect Omega, a living embodiment of the ethical lines the Empire has crossed. This burgeoning protective instinct, combined with her disillusionment with the Empire's cruelty, becomes a catalyst for Emerie's decision to aid Omega. My theory is that Emerie, driven by a newfound moral imperative, will leverage her insider knowledge and access within Mount Tantiss to orchestrate Omega's escape. Recognizing the impossibility of acting alone without arousing suspicion, she turns to the Bad Batch, the only ones with motive and capability to breach the fortress that Mount Tantiss has become. The Bad Batch recognizes the necessity of mounting a substantial offensive against Mount Tantiss. They reach out to Echo and Rex, seasoned warriors who share personal vendetta against the Empire's exploitations of clones. This coalition marks the genesis of the Clone Rebellion. The assembly of Echo, Rex, and the Bad Batch symbolizes more than a mere tactical alliance. It represents a profound reclamation of identity and agency by those who were created to be nothing more than tools of war. As the Clone Rebellion strategizes their assault, they lean heavily on Emerie's insider knowledge to infiltrate the seemingly impenetrable fortress. The assault on Mount Tantiss unfolds with precision and fury, a testament to clones' unmatched prowess in battle and their unwavering determination to end the Empire's tyrannical experiments. The conflict is intense and personal, with each clone fighting not just for the future of the galaxy, but for the sanctity of their own existence. The harsh reality of war, however, does not spare our heroes. My theory suggests that the climactic battle for Mount Tantiss will see the ultimate sacrifice of some members of the Bad Batch. These losses, while devastating, serve as a poignant reminder of the cost of freedom and the weight of resistance against tyranny. The deaths of these beloved characters underscore the stakes of their struggle and the depth of their commitment to the cause. The battle culminates in significant damage to Mount Tantiss, effectively setting back Palpatine's cloning process and delivering a stark message to the Empire. The clones, once the backbone of its military might, now stand as its adversary. This victory, though costly, marks a pivotal moment in the Star Wars saga, highlighting the clones' capacity for change and their role in shaping the galaxy's fate. This is my theory though. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts in the comments about what's to come in the next episodes of The Bad Batch.